100 miles an hour.
And it's in! Russell Cicerone, the single club record for goals in a season. And Sacramento may have just secured 3 points.
Games aren't going to be easy. Games aren't going to be a walk in the park. We've just got to continue to keep working until that final whistle. The group's together, this club's together, and we're hungry for success.
And the crowd is losing it here in Sacramento. It's round 1 of the USL Championship playoffs from the capital of California. The #1 seed, Sacramento Republic, playing host to the 8th seed, United from New Mexico. Tonight's contest is brought to you by Delta Dental. Welcome inside a raucous Hard Health Park. I'm Rob McAllister. With me, as always, former Republic midfielder Adam Moffat. Well, confidence and momentum, 2 dangerous things to have going into the postseason. We know from the history, it leads to success. For United, they're coming on a 3-game winning streak, but have a daunting task of winning on the road, something they've only done 4 times this season. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, Adam, they're the #1 seed. They also have a 3-game winning streak and hope to use the home crowd to their advantage. How does the top seed win here tonight?
Simply play your best stuff. That's what you have to do. And Sacramento are at home, but it is the playoffs. You just never know what's going to happen. This Republic side has been dominant at home. It has been a bit of a struggle for New Mexico United on the road, but in the playoffs, it kind of all goes out the window. Sacramento has to keep being solid defensively like they have. They'll always find a way to get goals. And the confidence for New Mexico, if they can keep that up, they'll give themselves a chance too.
Well, let's take a look at our Western Health Advantage key players as we'll get to that in just a moment. Let's talk about New Mexico a little bit more. Couple games here, they're putting up some numbers. Now, defensively, not maybe the strongest team USL, but they've been able to find goals. Mano Moreno has been spectacular again this year, but they've got a lot of key pieces, and they hope to ride their own momentum on the road, something that is very difficult to do in the USL playoffs. So let's get now to our matchup of the evening. 2 quality goal strikers going to be called on tonight. Let's start with Russell Cicerone.
What a signing he's been for this side. First season, he scored some magnificent goals, and he'll be leading the line for this Republic side tonight. And these fans love his energy, his effort, and 15 goals, 4 assists. He's heavily involved in the attack. That's something that New Mexico United's backline will be very wary of.
And a shifty player able to get into a lot of tight spaces. Mano Moreno has done so well this year. They're going to rely on him here tonight.
I like this guy. He just wants to make things happen all the time, looking to get on the ball. Very dangerous in and around the 18. Been involved in 15 goals. You got to keep an eye on him all the time. He can make something out of nothing.
A slew of upsets already here in the first night of the USL Championship playoffs. United hoping to come away victorious. Meanwhile, the Sacramento Republic trying to move on as well. The winner will take on the victor of the Colorado Springs San Antonio game. But we've got a lot more to come in this pregame show. It's Sacramento, it's New Mexico, and it's the USL Championship playoffs. And we got lineups and more coming up after this.
The fun has begun. The Apex at Red Hawk Resort Casino is now Northern California's premier family fun destination. Get your heart racing on this spectacular 3-level indoor kart track. If bowling is up your alley, there are 18 lanes of fun at the Apex, plus a mind-blowing virtual reality arcade, incredible golf simulators, and one of the best sports bars anywhere. We're taking entertainment to a whole new level. It's the Apex at Red Hawk Resort Casino.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012. Because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
This is the look of a woman who fought cancer for years with no answers. A woman who bravely championed her own health and found a doctor who'd do the same. A woman whose ending was rewritten when she found remission. UC Davis Health. From the extraordinary to the routine, we're discovering healthy and changing real people's lives right here in the Sacramento region. UC Davis Health. Discovering healthy.
The Tower Bridge Battalion ready to go for this USL Championship playoff between the Republic and the United. There is no doubt this Sacramento side would not be the #1 seed if it wasn't for their star goalkeeper in Danny Vitiello. What a season he has had. Earned the Golden Glove after allowing just 0.83 goals per game here in 2023.
Fantastic season, Danny Vitiello. Great individual achievement, but he praised others as well. This is the second time he's won it. That's very hard to do. Won it in 2020 with Pittsburgh Riverhounds, and he's had some fantastic stops. His distributions get so much better throughout the year as well, and it's not an easy thing to do. One goalkeeper out of the whole league gets this, and fantastic for him.
Well, nights like this, it's going to come down to some pretty big stops, and Danny Vitiello has shown that he can do that here in this record-setting season for the Sacramento Republic. He'll be called on again. Several saves of the week so far in 23 as well. USL Championship playoffs. The fans here getting ready. We are just moments away from kickoff. Number 8 versus number 1 in the West. Don't go away.
The fun has begun. The Apex at Red Hawk Resort Casino is now Northern California's premier family fun destination. Get your heart racing on this spectacular 3-level indoor kart track. If bowling is up your alley, there are 18 lanes of fun at the Apex, plus a mind-blowing virtual reality arcade, incredible golf simulators, and one of the best sports bars anywhere. We're taking entertainment to a whole new level. It's the Apex at Red Hawk Resort Casino.
This is the look of a boy who had no hope of walking. A boy who had his spine rebuilt before he was born. A boy who now stays on his feet and keeps mom on her toes. UC Davis Health. From the extraordinary to the routine, we're discovering healthy and changing real people's lives right here in the Sacramento region. UC Davis Health. Discovering healthy.
Tonight's presentation is brought to you in part by Delta Dental, UC Davis Health, and by Western Health Advantage. Our starting 11 brought to you by Los Rios Community College District, led by Mark Briggs, the Republic. In all black tonight, 3-4-3. Rodrigo Lopez, Russell Cicerone, Luis Felipe, Nick Ross. Going to be a little bit interchangeable tonight. Different lineup from Mark Briggs.
Yeah, still solid lineup for this Republic side. Nick Ross might be a little higher up the field, but they'll be ready to go.
Meanwhile, for New Mexico United, a lineup that has gotten them into the postseason. Greg Hurst on fire as of late, the man up top, along with Harry Swartz, Sergio Rivas, Amando Moreno, a very formidable group up top that will apply some pressure on this Republic team. How will these two sides start tonight? Republic have come out aggressive. Meanwhile, New Mexico United, will they sit back, or Adam, do we expect them to go full forward? The crowd is ready to go. The nerves, the excitement, the anticipation, the playoffs about to begin here in Sacramento. Round 1 between the United and the Republic. Ricardo Fierro checks his whistle, and he is about to get this game going. Here we go from Harnell Park. It's the United heading to the south end, the Republic toward the Tower Bridge Battalion. Out comes it a very aggressive Sacramento side already.
Applying pressure straight off the bat. Rodrigo Lopez is the one highest up the field. New Mexico taking no chances, just sending it long.
Little contact between Shane Wheat and Harry Swartz, and Swartz hobbling after that bit of angle. 18 points separating these two sides. The number 1 seed Republic with 64 on the season. The United with 46, getting into the playoff picture, winning 3 in a row to get into that 8th spot. What a performance they have been able to put on the last few weeks. Speaking of performances, Nick Ross has been deadly. Jack Gurr, one of the best wingers in the USL Championship, unable to get to that one there. Sold out crowd here in Sacramento one more time. This Republic team has won 18 games on the season, 11 of those here at home. How difficult for the United to come here and try to get something out of this game in an atmosphere just like this year.
Very hard place to come to, and for them, not many goals scored here by the opposition at Heart Health Park, but that won't phase this side. They've scored 8 goals in their last 3, New Mexico United. So coming here, they're full of confidence. You'd think coming into a matchup like this, they've won 3 in a row, they could be the favorites, but unfortunately for them, Republic have also won 3 in a row, and they're the number 1 seed. They do have that favorite tag on them, and it is the playoffs. We just do not know what's ahead of us.
Jalen Riding even ahead to that. He's been spectacular against the Sacramento Republic this season. Republic, however, have sent home the United in 2 times in the playoffs. Last year, a 2-0 victory for the Republic here at Heart Health Park. And Malik Foster and Keko with goals. Rodrigo Lopez, 2 assists in that game. He is starting again. And what a turnaround we have seen from Rodrigo Lopez, coming back from a devastating injury, working his way in 73+ minutes last weekend. He is ready to go into the starting 11 for Mark Briggs' side tonight. Here's Moreno, one of the more dangerous players in the Western Conference. He will be critical tonight for the United.
Just saw a little glimpse of him there. Think of his attacking prowess and how dangerous he is. But just hustling back, he's not afraid to do that either. Wins the ball off Jack Gurn straight away. Nick Ross almost sneaks in on a slow ball back to Kalen Ryden.
Your thoughts, Nick Ross, typically a holding midfielder, has played up in the more attacking role once this season, but asked to do so tonight in a different look for the Sacramento Republic side with a couple of injuries, most notably Sebastian Herrera, not in the 18 for Sacramento.
He can definitely do it. We saw that assist he put in for Russell Cicerone last week against Miami FC here at home. He's a very versatile player, Nick Ross, comfortable on the ball. Not a problem for him.
Danny Vitiello, Golden Glove winner. 25 goals allowed, 30 appearances, .83 allowed on the season. And speaking of injuries, let's get to our inactive report. Brought to you by Delta Dental. Sebastian Herrera on there. Ferdy Sosa, Tambakis, Chris Whelan, Nava, all out for New Mexico, but this is the team they have gone with over the last month or so. Alder Sanchez playing it through to Rodrigo Lopez, takes a short deflection and comes back to Shane Wheat. So Arnold Lopez injected into the 11. Nick Ross moved up, but most of the team is what we've seen from Sacramento the last couple of weeks. Public, the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. Turning, Nick Ross moving on his front studs. Here's Alder Sanchez. Sanchez thought about going to his left, going to cross it back. Here's Jack Gurr now with a header, and it's easy enough for Andrew Thomas, the loanee from Seattle Sounders. 1 goal allowed in 8 appearances. Excuse me, 1 goal per game allowed. He's allowed 8 in 8 appearances, 2 shutouts in his time. And he has been a solid contributor to this United team and helping them get to the postseason.
The first real, and Jack Gurr's getting a little talking to here as he chases back Moreno. Those two are going to be battling all night. The referee's telling him, just be careful. I think anytime you're chasing someone back, you clip their heels. But initially it was fantastic play by Nick Ross. He gets on the turn, slips in Alder Sanchez down the left, and just a hesitation. He has to take a shot or whip that ball across the face, and takes too long. Chance is gone, and here comes New Mexico United.
United on the turnover, playing it forward, looking for Moreno, and it's Jack Gurr to play it back. A bit dangerous as Russ is Russell Cicerone there tried to get quickly in the attack, and Gurr sending it back to Danny Vitiello, and Vitiello had nowhere else to go but send it out of play. Quick throw. Here's Mark Briggs leading his team once again and trying to see if they can get to the USL Championship. To the right side, whipping this ball in. Here's a chance for New Mexico. Hurst trying to turn. And here comes Bailey, and Zico Bailey on the top net. Came over from San Antonio, signed a 25-day contract, 2 goals, 3 assists on the year. They have a lot of dangerous pieces in the midfield, Adam, and they're not afraid to bring guys from the backs quickly into that middle. They love to see if they can work the center part. And riding over his shoulder, and we'll head it back to Andrew Thomas. And there is the man who took over midway through the season, Eric Quill, formerly North Texas USL, and USL 1. This ball's played, trying to get Greg Hurst going. He has 4 goals on the season, but they've come in 2 games, a brace against Orange County and a brace against Memphis a weekend ago.
Energy up top. Greg Hurst, he's going to put some pressure on this back line. Republic and Shane Wheat, if he can beat it, he can do what he's doing right now and drive forward, take the space.
Sox able to just get there. Now Moreno and the United once again flying forward. Swartz on the other side, and too many Republic bodies in the way, and Moreno runs out of space. 10 goals, 5 assists for season with New Mexico. Here's Jack Gurr having a breakout year. 5 goals, 6 assists, 59 chances created.
Not really a surprise either. I think last year, with how dangerous he looked, Jack Gurr, just kind of that first goal eluded him. And it seemed like coming into this season, he was just on fire. Such a dangerous player down that right-hand side. There isn't a more dangerous wing-back in the whole league. The fact that he's putting the goals in there, he's getting the deliveries, he's getting the assists. Arguably MVP for this Republic side.
You don't get to the #1 seed in the West without a lot of strong performances throughout the 34-match season. And Sacramento has had plenty of players work well. Look at Nick Ross battling with Will Seymour. And out comes Andrew Thomas. Love the energy from the Scotsman tonight, don't we? Nick Ross.
That's a few balls we've seen already. It is slick out there tonight. You know, the sun's gone down. So that ball is going to carry through. Both sides have tried a few balls through, and it's gone too fast. So you might need to be a little bit more direct with the passes or take a little bit of weight off them.
New Mexico United winning the season series, a 3-goal victory down in Albuquerque, and then a scoreless draw against the Republic here just 4 games ago. Nice done by Alder Sanchez. Pressure now from New Mexico. Jacker is going to play it forward right, and maybe a misstep, maybe hit off his arm. Crowd screaming for it. The officials don't reward the Republic there, and New Mexico able to hold on to possession.
And he's really fortunate that, because that ball was going to go into the path of Russell Cicerone. Comes off his foot, hits his arm. The assistant referee's right in front of it, doesn't call it. That's why Russell Cicerone's so disappointed. Would have been running through one-on-one against Will Seymour.
Well, I'll tell you what, his teammates just send one right in the groin region. Is going to be okay. Quick throw for Sacramento. There's the replay, and I think Cicerone unsure of maybe where Jacker potentially was going to be. Sacramento with almost a game-winning goal at the end of the match here. I believe it was Will Seymour who came up with a big-time stop on the line to preserve the draw. And without that stop, New Mexico not in the postseason. Was Austin Yearwood?
It was Austin Harewood.
Here's a chance.
Ooh.
Very critical, very close. Danny Video flirting with the line, and Rivas almost in on goal.
Had to get that spot on Danny Vitiello, and he did. His feet came out of the box, but he turned his body. Wayward pass from Lopez. And there's nerves. I mean, played enough of these games to know that it's just part of the package. You know, you're going to be nervy as you get a look at Vitiello. That was very close to being outside of the box, but we trust his judgment and the assistant referees on this side.
$11 wins, 2 losses, 4 draws for Sacramento here at Heart Health Park. For New United, it's an opportunity now come Moreno, and Jared Timmer does well enough. New Mexico, pretty good in Albuquerque, 9 wins, 5 losses, 3 draws, but away this year, just 4 road victories. They were able to get one a couple of weeks ago against Phoenix, 2-1 win there. And a massive victory to get them to an opportunity to play in that final weekend for a chance, and they beat Memphis handily 4-1. Aldair Sanchez will try to let this drop in play, able to keep it. Nicely done. Working against Storga. Storga the foul. Crowd lying in the air. Packed house at Heart Health Park tonight.
Maybe misjudges that initial ball played over to him. It was very high from Rodrigo Lopez. But Sanchez gets it under control, creates a little bit of space against Astorga. Maybe could have crossed the ball in, cuts back, wins a free kick. And you have one of the best players in the history of the USL Championship standing over this with his right foot in Rodrigo Lopez. And what he needs here, there's a big gap. You'll see where Andrew Thomas is. Someone has to run across his face, block his view.
Lopez delivering. It's Connor Donovan. It's back in the mix. Out there. Finding Arnold Lopez. Back to Roro. Roro. Little delay here. Opportunity! Yes! Yes! Oh, it's his first of the year! Connor Donovan at the most opportune time for the Republic. It comes in the 13th minute. 5th Republic assist in the playoffs for Rodrigo Lopez. And the Republic crowd here is low and crazy as they're feeling good early. What a goal out of Moffitt. None other.
A finish from Connor Donovan. And New Mexico United survived the initial set piece from Rodrigo Lopez, but he gets a second opportunity, and boy does he deliver. Puts this right into the perfect area. Connor Donovan glances it off the ground. Andrew Thomas, no chance.
Adam, you and anybody know that you've got to find different players to come up with big-time plays in the playoffs to have success. Connor Donovan very frustrated throughout the 34 matches not to get a header this year. He finally gets one in the playoffs, and it matters the most, and Sacramento take a 1-goal lead.
It's all out the window now. That does not matter. No goals the regular season. Team still finished first, but you've come up at the biggest moment of this season for the Republic. Connor Donovan has stepped up.
Meanwhile, Moreno, and now the whistle will come in.
And for New Mexico United, it was a really poor clearance from Justin Portillo, of all people. Someone really tidy on the ball. Fails to clear it. Goes straight to Aldair Sanchez. Gives it back to Lopez, who sends it out to Rodrigo Lopez. And he's your rock in the midfield now. I wonder if that's going to affect him a little bit right now.
Play a little more direct. Roro backpedaling. He's got a step, being held down. Seymour, did he get away with it? He did. Crowd screaming for a yellow card. Meanwhile, New Mexico trying to come right back the other way with an answer. This ball sent back dangerously to Danny Vitiello's team. You see this United team trying to find a quick answer. Roro. Turnover, the two are going at it. And Roro very upset. There was not a foul on the other end.
There was definitely contact. Will Seymour just misjudged the ball over the top. Rodrigo Lopez gets the other side of him. You see the left arm of Seymour, just pulls him back. Yeah, that's a tough one. It is. There's definitely contact. I think Roro knows he's not going to outrun him. He's probably not going to get onto it either because it's slipping through. And then a little bit of afters with Astorga this time. Not too much in that. Definitely contact. You've seen those given. You've seen those given, but I think that would have been soft. And Mexico had a chance to deliver here.
Connor Donovan getting on the end of it. Right back from Josh Suggs, playing to the corner. And well done, defended. The crowd loving the effort. Connor Donovan's goal in the 13th minute, his first ever professional playoff goal in the USL Championship. The Republic have the lead. Maybe the most prolific playoff performer in the USL Championship history in Rodrigo Lopez, and he has delivered already in 2023. Mark Briggs said a couple of weeks ago, not quite sure how much we'll see of Roro, but we know he's going to come up big in big moments, and we've already seen it 13 minutes into this game. Rivas, Albuquerque, New Mexico native, had a really nice season, almost under the radar. 7 goals, 5 assists. Was with Reno for a bit and decided to come back home, and he's been a big part of their success in 2023.
Just going back to Roro, this side finished top of the West, #1. Without him for most of the season, the majority of the season. Now you're adding him to a team that finished first, and what he brings, set pieces, time, space, his vision. Again, just look at that ball skipping through.
Good idea from Alder Sanchez, trying to slice through Russell Cicerone.
Should be a corner kick. It did not touch the ball, Russell Cicerone. That ball came off Kalen Ryden. You get another look at it. The fans aren't happy. He's not happy. Another dangerous ball put over the top, though.
His value was sent out by Ryden. Here's Rivas, Roro. Lopez playing 16 games. Quad injury against Detroit City FC, who, in more recent news, biggest upset of the USL Championship playoffs, taking down Pittsburgh, #8, #1 seed in the East, going down. The intensity from Sacramento, you could see it in warm-ups. This is not a game in August. Both teams rising to the level of what is required in a playoff match like this. United switching the field. Suggs will dribble in, finding Zigo Bailey, former Cincinnati man. Shane Wheat will play it over the top. Jesse Portillo played with Mark Briggs at the Real Monarchs. Did not play the last time these two sides met. This ball is played right in the middle. Here's Rivas. Had a good left foot there, just a bit off, and it will be a goal kick for Sacramento.
Good passage of play for United, though. Josh Suggs, first time we've seen him go down that left-hand side. Tough finish from Sergio Rivas, though. Cutting that back across. He was far too far in front of the near post.
Broken up by Swartz. Well, choosing the right health plan for you and your family is simple with Western Health Advantage. Check out their affordable plans that have been keeping the community strong for more than 25 years. Go online to westernhealth.com.
Ball just hits the outstretched arm of Jack Gert.
Third time these two teams have faced each other in the playoffs. Sacramento, as we talked about earlier, getting the win last year, and then back in 2019, the playoff game was a play-in. Sacramento a 2-1 victory. Storga, right side, and just a bit too heavy, and off the crutch line it goes. 5 wins, 3 losses at home in the playoffs for Sacramento. They are currently outscoring their opponents 15-7. Alder Sanchez will play it up. Here comes Russell Cicerone. Andrew Thomas way out of his goal. And Sacramento now applying pressure. Can they force the turnover? United able to at least escape what could have been a horrendous turnover. And Andrew Thomas and company calm enough. And it's out of play and a throw in for Republic and Alder Sanchez. You've got that adrenaline, you've got the excitement of coming out of the playoffs. Hard to withstand that a little bit as Moreno trying to bring down Jared Timmer. Trying to play with that same energy. We've gone 20 minutes in, we've got 70 or so to go. How do you sort of not burn yourself out? I mean, both teams can do it.
You do have to pace yourself, and both sides did start with a lot of energy. Republic get the goal. I wouldn't say they've dominated necessarily, but they get the goal, and that's what happens. It's not from directly the set piece, but Connor Donovan staying up. They have a slight edge. The game, there's going to be highs and lows in it. New Mexico will get a spell of dominance. For them, they got to try and find a way to get back into this, claw themselves back into this game.
Sacramento defensively, the best in the USL Championship. 26 goals allowed, and it was a club record as well. Meanwhile, here's United playing into some space. Moreno will take a chance, and it'll just fall off the mark. But Danny Vidiello also 11 clean sheets. That's also a record for a goalkeeper in Sacramento. His 22 total, surpassing Josh Cohen. So it's going to be hard to break down the Sacramento side. Typically, we've seen it's been opportunities like this where opponents have been able to score at them.
And it was Arnold Lopez too relaxed, gives the ball away, and that's probably why he wasn't in the lineup for a few weeks. Just giving the ball away in the midfield, and going to give it away to this New Mexico United side. Moreno will punish you at some point.
Possession about even for both sides. Sacramento with the goal, 3 shots compared to 2 shots for the United. 13th minute, Connor Donovan on a header from Rodrigo Lopez.
Sacramento allowing New Mexico United to get on the ball, but they're so hard to break down. We speak about the formation they play. What's that? 3-4-2-1. But
it's been a 4-1-1. It's yeah.
As soon as they give the ball up, it's 5 at the back essentially. Alder Sanchez, Jack Gurr. So you're so tough to find any gaps, any holes in the back line. And
well, it doesn't work if Jack Gurr is not able to get up in the pitch like he does, right? Even Alder Sanchez at times. Maybe go a little bit direct here. It's off the head of Connor Donovan. Didn't want to take any chances that Greg Hurst would get behind him. But if you don't have a guy who has the stamina and the wheels to fly up the pitch each and every night, it probably is not going to be as successful as Sacramento has been. Meanwhile, 4-1-1 typically, or 4-1-4-1 for the United. And they've got a really good midfield. Sacramento maybe making a couple adjustments to turn that into a positive for them. Corner kick coming. Russell Cicerone is taken out. The follow-up is saved by Vidiello. And Russell Cicerone was absolutely cleared. I believe it was Swartz. We'll take another look. But anyway, Danny Vidiello came with a massive stop. Play was not dead. Portillo with the delivery.
Golden Glove winner showing his worth right there. What a hit from Hurst. That is flying into the back of the net. Danny Vitiello at full stretch prevents this United side from getting on the score sheet, and it is Harry Swartz, I believe, who's took some contact as Cicerone tried to clear that ball. And because it is to his head, the referee's going to tell him to come off the field. So temporarily, they will be down a player.
Another corner kick here for the United. Their second in a row, and only second of this game. Portillo, 5 goals, 5 assists.
Very interesting how you see the 3 players lined up for New Mexico United. This is something they've rehearsed. I'm not too sure where the players are going to go from here. Ball
driven low, easy enough for Nick Ross.
It doesn't matter. If the delivery's no good, it doesn't matter where they go.
66 degrees, breeze toward the north end. And a full house at Heart Health Park. Portillo to the corner. Storga. Storga looking to cross this ball in. Nicely defended by Alder Sanchez. Storga, and it'd be last touch by Sacramento. Another corner kick for New Mexico.
Don't give too many opportunities for Justin Portillo to whip it in. We saw from the other side, fantastic delivery. The last one here wasn't great. I bet you this one's going to be good though. He's going to give his guys a chance here, and we'll see United lining up again, 3 of them. Some players going to check to the back, come back to the near post. Just stay disciplined on your man.
Russell Cicerone playing it forward in a foot race. Astorga able to get there in front of Rodrigo Lopez. Suggs back out wide. Ball coming in, looking for Hurst. Got to head to it, but it's not in the right frame. Zico Bailey missing. Rodrigo Lopez will play it to Cicerone. And now a counter potentially for Sacramento if they get some numbers.
There's no one up top. Cicerone's your striker, so there's no one to play it to. And patiently they build it around and come back to the right-hand side. And that's the right idea. You don't want to force it if there's no one up there. Can you maintain possession of the ball? Can you get players in their positions?
Sanchez, a little bit softer than they had hoped, and Zico Bailey got ahead to it. May have misdirected the wrong way. In some space, playing it forward, trying to get behind is Rivas. He's going to take a shot, just missed it wide. Nice build up there, how quickly United can turn, and that's how they've been successful this year. Capitalize on mistakes. They have scored. It's not a team that hasn't been able to put them away. 51 goals coming into this year. Defensively is where they've had some problems. Allowed 49 coming into tonight. But not much of a miss there for the United. It stays a Connor Donovan goal lead for the Republic.
And that opportunity doesn't come from a sustained period of pressure. It's the ball's bouncing around and they go quickly. Moreno drops it inside to Hurst, who sends it over the top for Rivas. That's where they can catch this Republic side out.
Comes through, Cicerone. Astorga couldn't get there, but he'll finally play it backwards to Andrew Thomas. Shane Wee coming all the way in. He'll be whistled for the foul on Swartz. Crystal Creamy has been building strong bones and bodies of the freshest dairy from the Central Valley since 1901. Taking pride in delivering dairy you can trust. Grab a glass, taste how fresh local can be. Simple, local, fresh. The takeaway by Jack Gurr is going to play it forward. Cicerone. New Mexico able to get back. Storga trying to play it through. Greg Hurst. Hurst will play it centrally to Moreno. Moreno looking to get to his left, cuts back to his right. Trouble is coming. Jack Gurr the mark. Little tap from Bailey. Bailey turning to his left, plays it out wide. Suggs will cross it in. And a header by Jack Gurr. Decent spell here for New Mexico, starting to threaten a bit. Arnold Lopez doing what he does best, getting stuck in. And now Nick Ross. Russell Cicerone battling with Ryden. Cicerone able to maintain control and draws the foul. Nicely done by the striker.
Well done, Russell Cicerone, and well done, Nick Ross. Almost felt like the Republic were just going to turn that ball over, and it's just going to keep coming back at them. And it's just a great way of just shifting the momentum slightly. You sense it's turning in the favor of New Mexico United the last 5 minutes or so.
A little bit of some injuries and limiting Nick Ross from time to time, but here's a Scottish Premier League player, a fantastic midfielder for El Paso, leading them to 2 Western Conference finals, and now he's a vital piece in this playoff run to Mark Briggs' side. Jack Gurr, crowd into it, gonna whip this ball hard. Here comes Cicerone, mishandled by Thomas, but able to scoop it up in the end. What a ball from Jack Gurr.
Begging for someone to run across the front.
Winner will take on the victor between San Antonio and Colorado Springs,
which is currently San Antonio. They're up 1-0 in the 78th minute.
Variety of upsets in the East. We'll talk about it at the half. As the #1 seed, Pittsburgh, going down. So the #2 overall seed is this Sacramento side, which means they could host all the way to the Cup finale, but a lot to get to before that a month from now. Greg Hurst playing into some space. Suggs out wide. Moreno into the box, just on the edge. Sacramento defensively able to get it out. Is it going to be a corner kick? And it will be. So another corner opportunity, the 4th on the night for the United. I think for Sacramento, this is something where they're probably going to want to limit these opportunities for a United team that can find a way on a set piece. Very difficult to defend.
Russell Cicerone's done a good job so far tonight on his defensive duties at that near post, getting it clear.
Portillo, back post. Vidiello easy enough in the 6. As Conradano gets out of his way.
And that's what you want. Near post, you get a near post man who clears it with his head. If it goes past him, can the goalkeeper come and claim it?
Nick Ross will play it back. Here comes the pressure. Vidiello over the top, and the foul against Swartz.
Not sure how that's a foul, to be honest. He's just gone up and headed the ball.
Sacramento won 3 in a row, 5 of 7, and 6 shutouts in their last 8 games. They really did finish the season strong. A little bit of a tough spell at times. Recovered after a slew of injuries and stayed atop of the West nearly all season long, which can be just as mentally, if not physically, exhausting in equal parts. Meanwhile, Astorga and United have found themselves a bit of a rhythm. Bailey back. Fine Ryden.
Sacramento's comfortable with this. They're okay with other teams having possession of the ball. They're really confident in their ability to be solid as a back unit. Midfielders in front operating. And they'll look to pounce as well if they can get it quick enough. Can they release Cicerone? Jack Gurr down the right.
Gurr, Suggs trying to recover. Cicerone looking to make a break. Out comes Thomas, just a step in front of Cicerone. Luis Felipe trying to get involved in this game a little bit. We know how good he can be. He is able to find a way to score at times. 7 goals on the year, but really good at disrupting a flow of an offense. This one's coming to Shane Wheat, a bit tricky. Bouncing back, opportunity now here for United, trying to slice through to the right side of Astorga. Will cut it back, opportunity trying to slice it in. Out comes Conor Donovan with a header. Another good build-up, however, from the United. Seen a bit of interchange between these midfielders for the United. And Portillo. Storga looking to try to find the edge against Aldair. Aldair's defended him well tonight. Now Portillo will give it a chance. Gurr lets it through. Cross coming again. Second opportunity, headed high. Still not out of it yet. Here comes Luis Felipe. Right. Oh, here's Cicerone now flying. Roro. Just a heavy of a touch, and Ryden gambled, and it paid off. Greg Hurst, and off of Connor Donovan, it will be another United corner kick, number 5.
And that was a chance for Roro, and he knows it. He was assessing his options, just looking around. Takes a little bit of a heavy touch. And it's in those moments that Sacramento commits players forward. New Mexico United are probably the most dangerous if they can win that ball. You see they try and release Greg Hurst. He's actually dropped a little bit deeper tonight and created a few issues.
This United team, scrappy, no doubt about it. Service coming in, dangerous, over the top. And Shane Wheat company able to slow it enough. They were 4 points out of the playoff picture the last time these two teams got together. And that was a scoreless draw back on September 20th here in Sacramento. 7% chance at that time to make the postseason. They found a way, and here they are tonight. Do find themselves down a goal. And let's take a word from our sponsor over at SMUD while we have a moment.
With SMUD rebates, you'll save big. Save money and save the planet for generations to come. Get rebates up to $3,500 from SMUD on clean power appliances, electric vehicles, and much more at cleanpowercity.org.
Connor Donovan able to disrupt Timmer, and he is run over, and will draw the foul. Sacramento 4-2-2 all time against this United team. 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss here at Ardell Park in that span. As a head coach in Mark Briggs, your goal is to be the best in your conference. They have done that, but with that, Adam, comes pressure to perform in the postseason.
It's a lot of pressure. It's not easy, and it's something as a player you got to be ready for. Each week, every team is giving their best when you're number 1. And the fact that they're able to stay that high, almost number 1 the whole season, is a great testament to the depth in this squad, the togetherness they had, and the work rate as well. Mark Briggs, I know he's delighted, but that was one of their goals, was finishing top of the West. The next one is winning this whole championship. And it starts tonight. They've got it off to a good start, but this game's far from over.
Shane Wheat whistled for the foul, and a set piece here for the United. And Mark Briggs does not look happy, does not want to give New Mexico any sign of life, any kind of confidence here. About 5 minutes before the break. Connor Donovan, 13th minute from Rodrigo Lopez, his 5th assist in USL Championship playoff history. Goes along with 5 goals in his career, 3 of them the miracle at Bonnie here against the Los Angeles Galaxy 2 to send the Republic in 2014 to the finale, which they ultimately would win over Harrisburg City.
Portillo is going to look to put this in the space between the goalkeeper and the center backs.
Portillo delivering, just a bit behind, but not by much. United able to get it right back. Portillo. Try back post. This one's headed, and a pretty good look again for the United. Eric Quill taking over midway through after Zach Prince was let go in June. Pressure coming. Luis Felipe able to keep Bailey away, but here come the United. Danny Vitiello making the crowd nervous. Cicerone holding up play. Back from Nick Ross. It comes to Cicerone. Jack Gurr now on the wing. Cuts inside. He's got the channel. Will try to play it through to Nick Ross. Not done yet for Sacramento. Out comes to Cicerone. Ross sends it back, and it's cut off by Portillo. And the maestro of this United team is able to thwart the most dangerous attack from Sacramento in the last 10 minutes. Here comes Connor Donovan. He is selling all out, and Astorga is able to get it. Astorga, cross coming in. Here's a header, just missing wide. Republic nearly with a goal-scoring opportunity and a turnover quickly. Connor Donovan gambled, and nearly leading to a Rivas goal.
I mentioned they're at the most vulnerable, Republic, when they're in the attack. From them almost getting on the score sheet on one end, straight up the other way. Rivas is the one who gets on the end of it again. Can't get enough purchase to really test Danny Vitiello. But Sacramento, anytime they go forward, they have to be organized behind the ball.
6 shots now for the United. Luis Felipe is going to let it go. Rodrigo Lopez winning the battle. When you look at this United team, part of the story in 2023 was their inability to take care of teams not in the playoff picture. 10 of their 13 wins came against playoff teams. You think about where they could be if they're able to sort of handle some of the lower seeded teams, and even with a more than a draw. Here's Jack Gurr angling in. Cicerone making the run, as is Nick Ross. And the clearance coming, and Sacramento has its first corner kick of the night. Late in the first half here, Republic with a Connor Donovan goal. Fans here thirsty for one more. It will be number 8. Crowd stomping their feet here on the metal bleachers at Hart Health Park. See the disparity, 5-1. Shane Wheat with some movement. Here comes Roro, out swinging ball. Timmer was there. Timmer and Donovan. Donovan trying to hang on. Arnold Lopez will send it all the way back to Danny Vitiello, and Moreno will give chase as Vitiello's way outside, and now look to the right side for Rodrigo Lopez. Right, and here comes pressure from Nick Ross, trying to get rid of it, in Sacramento forcing the turnover. Arnold Lopez finding Gurr. Public also dangerous from this right side. They've been one of the most prolific teams in scoring chances. Here's a chance. Jack Gurr denied by Thomas. A massive save for the United. Republic looking to double the lead in a moment's time, but a big time stop from Thomas, and it remains 1-0.
And they carved up this back line in New Mexico United, and it's just waiting for that ball to play across the face of goal. And if you do, you get Russell Cicerone just tapping it in. Jack Gurr, he goes straight at the goalkeeper, and that is going to be another free kick here. Jack Gurr's caught.
And there might be a booking coming for the United as they slow walk over, as Jack Gurr is still on the turf. No indication yet, may just be a foul. As Fierro does not go to his back pocket, so it will be a set piece here for Sacramento. in the last minute of stoppage time.
Marino's a little fortunate not to see a yellow there.
He was upset, saying there shouldn't have been a call, but pretty
Well,
easy to tell.
I will say, it's tough from a camera to gauge actual contact, so that it looked like he got him.
Yeah.
But I'm going to defend him and defend myself because there was loads of times barely touched the guy, but it might have looked worse.
Meanwhile, Republic trying to see if they can find another. Knocking on the doorstep. 45 seconds ago. One of the best delivery men in the USL. Rodrigo Lopez, the captain of this Republic team. A couple of big bodies on that far post. Roro driving this hard, looking for Shane Wheat. Wheat's going to send it back, and he was unable to find a teammate. And there is the whistle. We'll go to the break. The Sacramento Republic find a goal in the 13th minute. Rodrigo Lopez delivering a fantastic ball into the box. Connor Donovan, his first goal on the season, first goal in his playoff career. And the home side, see if they can hang on for another 45 minutes or so. It's going to be an exciting one. It's win or go home. It's the United, it's the Republic. A lot of fireworks early on in this one. Much more to come at the break as Sacramento has the goal lead.
The fun has begun. The Apex at Red Hawk Resort Casino is now Northern California's premier family fun destination. Get your heart racing on this spectacular 3-level indoor kart track. If bowling is up your alley, there are 18 lanes of fun at the Apex. Plus a mind-blowing virtual reality arcade, incredible golf simulators, and one of the best sports bars anywhere. We're taking entertainment to a whole new level. It's the Apex at Red Hawk Resort Casino.
This is the look of a little girl with big dreams, but only one last hope. A girl whose organs were shutting down as she was growing up. A girl who finally found her spotlight when she found her specialist. UC Davis Health. From the extraordinary to the routine, we're discovering healthy and changing real people's lives right here in the Sacramento region. UC Davis Health. Discovering healthy.
With SMUD rebates, you'll save big when you switch from this to this. This to this. Or this to that. Save money and save the planet for generations to come. Get rebates from SMUD on clean power appliances, electric vehicles, and much more at cleanpowercity.org.
Tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Modelo, Red Hawk Resort Casino, and by SMUD. Welcome back to Heart Health Park, Modelo at the break. This is playoff soccer. Isn't it exciting? Adam Moffat, first 45, your thoughts?
It is. It's exciting. It's nervy. Again, an early goal was great, but you can definitely feel some tension. And New Mexico United clawed back into it. Republic had a great opportunity to double their lead heading into the half. They didn't do it. Second half's going to be even more nervy.
Well, we know it's tough to win any Republic match here. And I'll tell you what, in the playoffs, it's going to be even tougher for this Sacramento squad. But it's been a tough day for some of the best teams in the Eastern Conference so far this year. If you take a look, they were looking like rolling. You had a lot of picks. Tampa Bay, would they go? Obviously, Pittsburgh was feeling good. Both fall. Legion take down the Rowdies. City taking down the Riverhounds. And then Lou City winning in PKs, the final miss coming from Memphis. What a day for the Eastern Conference underachievers, as you want to call them that.
Wow. I mean, no one expected that. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Tampa Bay, you're like, oh, all right, which one of those two is going to make it to the final? If you're a Republic fan, obviously we probably would have liked Riverhounds losing because you potentially could host the final, but you just never know with the playoffs. I mean, 3-0 Tampa Bay, and then Louisville, lower seed, winning on PKs as well. Mayhem. It looks like order's a little bit restored in the West so far. You have the higher seeds both leading so far. Orange County's 0-0, but wild.
Well, San Antonio, Colorado Springs winner will take on whoever wins here tonight. So far, Sacramento looks like they would be hosting San Antonio if things hold. But of course, Orange County, and then San Diego taking on Phoenix tomorrow. So a lot still to get to. Charleston in action as well. So really fun. First Saturday, we've got much more to come. So don't go away. We'll have your highlights and a bit more around the league as we take this break here. Modelo at the half in Sacramento.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
The battle starts today.
Wheeler tries to help it along. It's Enriquez in the middle. It's Jairo Enriquez! Oh!
Cuejo! Oh my! Now, it's time to fight to the final whistle and beyond.
And the crowd is losing it here.
It's time to put it all on the line. It's time to shine.
Temperatures dropping a bit, but the energy is still quite high at Hart Health Park. The Republic with the 1-goal advantage as we are into the break. Modelo halftime show. Rob McAllister, Adam Moffat with you, continuing opening weekend USL Championship playoffs, and what a start it has been already. Let's take a look at the bracket. I know we went through the bracket. We felt pretty good about maybe how things would shape up, and wow, already some massive upsets. So here is how things will go as the 8 and 7 seeds winning in the East. Number 5, Louisville's, I don't know if that's a massive upset. They, unfortunately for Memphis, goes to PKs. They score early in that one. And then we'll see what happens between Charleston and Indy. But now Charleston could essentially be hosting the rest of the way in the Eastern Conference, or Lou City could be involved. So who knows?
Well, Lou City gets another home game. I'm sure that when they dropped to 5th last week, regular season, they did not think they were going to be playing another home game, and they are. They'll be hosting against Detroit.
Meanwhile, for the Western Conference, of course, still to be played and determined. It's final in San Antonio, and so it is a silver and black who move on, the 4th seed. And then we'll wait to see what happens between OC and El Paso and San Diego and the Rising. It's a 1-goal advantage for Sacramento here in Northern California. And man, it has just been an exciting last 2 months of the season. We saw so many teams jockeying for position. We didn't know until the final day in the West, other than Sacramento, Adam, the Republic were the only team we knew. The other 7 were still undecided where they end up. San Antonio falls to 4th. They, fortunately for them, get the win anyway. But it's been a lot of fun this year. It'll continue. 45 minutes still to go. Highlights and stats coming up next. Don't go away.
Listen up. Why do you do it? You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there. Right next to your speeding car. My mom is out there. That's my dad's truck. That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them. And be alert. How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert. Be work zone alert.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012, because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
This is the look of a woman who fought cancer for years with no answers. A woman who bravely championed her own health and found a doctor who'd do the same. A woman whose ending was rewritten when she found remission. UC Davis Health. From the extraordinary to the routine, we're discovering healthy and changing real people's lives right here in the Sacramento region. UC Davis Health. Discovering healthy.
Welcome back to Sacramento, the Republic and the United, first round of the USL Championship playoffs. Let's get to the highlights, the first 45 minutes in the books. And we expected this. Both teams coming out of the gate charging. They wanted to make an impact early on this game. We saw the Republic flying at speeds we haven't seen in a long time. It sets up this opportunity for Sacramento. Rodrigo Lopez serving it on a dish and ready to take it all in, putting it home. 1-0 Connor Donovan.
A really well taken goal by Connor Donovan. Just puts it down on the ground. How slick it is. It just bounces past the extended left arm of Thomas. And Portillo was the one who gave that ball away. And he was heavily involved, loads of set pieces, and here's one right here.
Big time save, or excuse me, that was the collision first, but a save right after it. Danny Vitiello. And that's the one thing, you never stop till you hear the whistle, never stop till you see, and Danny Vitiello epitomized that. But here's the United on a nice little stretch early on.
And that's where we spoke about how they can maybe take advantage in those quick plays. The longer they have possession of the ball, the less likely they have been to score when they can get in transition. This was another good delivery, a little juggling act by the goalkeeper right here. Always wonder if someone was just right there, it'd be perfect. And then in the 42nd minute, another quick break, the counter-attack, and Rivas just cannot redirect his header on goal. Vitiello comfortably watches it, and you think that was okay, it's going to go in 1-0 at halftime.
Sacramento not done.
Yeah.
Rip, look at this from Republic. You just felt like this was going to be it. Rodrigo Lopez with another gem. And a big-time stop. Sanchez and Cicerone making the runs. Everything right, just a little too direct there. And Mark Briggs wanted something across the face of goal. Knew that was a big chance for Sacramento to take a 2-goal lead. Meanwhile, here we are. United, they've gotten some shots off. On target, it's not really been where maybe they'd like to see it. But meanwhile, we've seen both teams have spells. We've had both teams threatening. We've seen both goalkeepers come up with big-time stops. What do you expect for the next 45 here? It's win or go home, Adam.
New Mexico United cannot afford to go down 2-0 in this game, so they have to be careful. They can't overdo it too early, but at some point, if it remains 1-0, they're going to have to pour bodies forward. That will open them up, and that's when you look at the bench of Sacramento. You look at a guy like Luther Archimed, Christian Pirano, who can come in, Keko, who can come in and have a big, big difference.
On the other side, Nicky Hernandez has been critical. And Borgelin as well, the big body from Inter Miami. Eric Quill, Mark Briggs in a chess match for the next 45 minutes and maybe longer. We'll see how it all shakes out for Sacramento. They're at home, a place where they have been as good as anybody in the USL Championship. 18 wins on the season here at home. They had 11 of them. And in front of this crowd, multiple sellouts, 12,000 packing into the Hard Health Park once again. So you've gotten maybe rid of some of the nerves and some of the anxiety maybe you were feeling about starting this game, but you still want to start off this second half on a high note. For Sacramento, they'll begin. What do you want to see from the Republic side in this first 5-10 minutes?
Well, they're going to go straight away, go up towards Luis Felipe, look to get the second balls.
Suggs able to find it. Luis Felipe adding a bit of length and some skill set as well. 7 goals on the year, several headers, and a couple of them coming in critical moments of games. He has been a guy who can come up with a few game winners himself. Hurst, meanwhile, and Swartz, but it's again Connor Donovan who's able to come with it. And a bit of a volley match here between these two sides in the first few minutes of the second half. Arnold Lopez taking one to the side and will be slow to get up.
Referees get 4 fingers up, telling them it's been 4 fouls. Well done. If the referees can remember every amount of fouls that every player's committed. The referee always used to walk over to me with 2 hands up.
too many, yeah.
His feet up.
Yeah, that's a lot. Well, you did well for yourself, and so it's each team that needs a player like that. Unfortunately, I think for United, that's the one player they do not want on caution is Moreno. Look at this ball from Nick Ross, though, trying to feed Gurr. He's able to get it back. Volleys it back down to himself, crossing this ball in, looking for Cicerone. Nearly a repeat of a week ago against Miami FC. Nicely played there by Shane Weed. Looks a lot easier than it is. It's easy to catch it on a fly ball like that, but direct it with your head, Adam?
No, not so easy. It wasn't one of my strong suits, using the head. It's been a bright start. A minute and a half into this second half for Sacramento, and I think what they were able to do is when they do get into the final third and combine a few passes, they're able to get in behind Jack Gurr a lot of the times. Nick Ross has made some good runs. I think it is being patient. They don't want to start launching balls up to Russell. They don't have too much height without Sebastian Herrera up top. So they have to be a little more intricate with how they're doing things. With the amount of bodies right now, New Mexico United is committing to the press. If you can play around it, you're going to have numbers up.
And for New Mexico United, maybe not as deep of a bench offensively as Sacramento has, and so they're going to have to play that a bit of a game and see how they use this rest of the game. Here's Zico Bailey trying to send a cross in, sends it all the way through. Here comes Suggs to clean it up. Suggs looking for a chance. He's going to find Moreno. Moreno will play it forward. Rivas can't get there. And now Sacramento trying to see if they can counter. Good possession by New Mexico. Can't get much out of it, though. Russell Cicerone, and he'll allow Suggs to send it away. Nervy moments for the Republic and the fans here. United have threatened time and time again tonight, but unable to put one toward Danny Vitiello's way. Gurr looking for a teammate to throw. He'll go to the corner for Nick Ross, who's holding on. Nick Ross is going to play it back. Look at Cicerone here. A little tap and turn. Cicerone still with it. And the defense of the United coming up. Gurr able to take a step. Oh, the late whistle coming in. And then Jack Suggs is taking Jack Gurr down. Oh, a lot happening there, Adam. The whistle came in before, and Suggs is going to get a talking to.
Yeah, and I was watching the referee, and he did see the handball straight away, but he kind of fumbled his whistle, to be honest, and it hit the left hand of Jack Gurr, I believe. So the whistle blew a little bit later than it should have.
Well, I mean, and I know Suggs is just trying to break up the play, but the hip check there, I mean, and he'll only get a warning.
I mean, at that point, it's an off-the-ball incident, right, when the contact comes in, because the play was dead. It's almost like you can do whatever you want. The whistle blew.
Yeah, free play.
WWE moves out.
Shane Wheat, Roro, right back to Felipe. Felipe going back to Roro. Look at this little two-man game developing. Felipe trying to find Aldair. Aldair has the pressure. Seymour all on his back. He's able to get out of it. Well done by Sacramento. Can they spread this defense out? Swartz comes over to help Sanchez, and he'll use the relief valve.
From that left-hand side, Sacramento's going to try and find a way. A little bit too nervy there from Shane Wheat, not taking any chances. But typically what they'll try and do is to be patient and work its way all the way around to Jack Gurr on the right-hand side.
Sacramento playing in front of this home crowd. Another sellout here at Heart Health Park. More than 180,000 fans making their way into this stadium in 2023. Best in the USL Championship. And the support here has never wavered 10 years in. It's truly a special market, and they've got some rabid fans down in Albuquerque as well. Both these teams missing the playoffs just once in their histories. Here's a Cicerone forced turnover from Felipe. Russell looking for a teammate. Russ might take it himself. Russ is going to go for goal. A follow-up is in. Oh, and the flag is up. Heartbreak in Sacramento.
And the assistant referee gets it right. Nick Ross is just straight in an offside position. By the time Cicerone takes the shot, and when the ball comes back off Andrew Thomas, and he puts it in the back of the net, he is offside.
Sacramento unable to find the magic there. What a play by Cicerone, and United catching a massive break here in the second half. Just stepping past, and that was quite close. Closer on the replay than it looked originally. Meanwhile, here comes once again the United flying along that right side. Astorga and company, and Russell Cicerone to play it back for Nick Ross. Nick's been brilliant tonight. He's going to fill in centrally, going to go out to the left from Rodrigo Lopez. Seymour's going to have to come out and play this. Will allow some gaps here as Nick Ross trying to cut it back, and he's just shoved right off the ball from the center back. And now Republic will see if they can put some pressure on Thomas and company.
It's been a pretty sloppy second half opening. 7 minutes for New Mexico United. Their season's on the line, and a lot of turnovers. Again, Justin Portillo gave it away just there. And if they keep doing it, I mean, Sacramento really have to punish them. Get that second goal and create a little bit of a cushion. You're never that safe, but I definitely feel like the upper hand's with the home side at the moment. But this is where they're dangerous.
Yeah, Gurr was able to fly in, but Hurst was able to spin him off, and it was Rivas again. Rivas has been quite dangerous. Donovan finding Roro, a bit too heavy of a touch. Roro's got to come back to it. Hurst, and a foul against Rodrigo Lopez. Set piece here for United once again, Adam. had the upper hand in the corner kicks, 5 in the first half. And now they're going a little bit of with the breeze. It's calmed down from the start of kick. They're going into the Tower Bridge Battalion. Sacramento with 2 great chances to try to double their lead. It remains at 1.
Portillo has taken everything tonight for New Mexico United. You might fancy the left foot of Josh Suggs here, putting it on top of the goalkeeper.
It'll be Portillo, and it'll be Shane Wheat on the other end as Moreno tries with something a bit more, trying to force this in. Vitiello's on the edge and able to come up with it. Wearing all red, he's a big-time stopper. Best in the USL Championship. And he has made several big plays, one earlier tonight that would have given New Mexico their lone goal. This one is going to be off Zico Bailey. 2-time USL Gold Glove winner, won it with Pittsburgh in 2020. United again threatening. Shane Wheat's got to get low and is able to make the stop here, moving forward off of the hand. Finally, the flag goes up. And it gives us a moment to tell you the Apex is open. Red Hawk Resort and Casino, the official casino partner of Sacramento Republic FC. They've got go-karts, bowling, ton of games. Don't miss out. Red Hawk Resort and Casino.
Might take you up there after the season's done.
Yeah, we win it all.
I'll treat you. I'll beat you at the go-karts.
I've heard you a lot about your go-kart driving abilities, but
bowling, I'm not too sure. You look like a bit of a bowler yourself.
Yeah. When I bring my own ball and shoes, you know it's serious. Suggs is going to play to Bailey here. Rolling the other way, right side again. They've been trying to get this cross going tonight. Jared Timmer is there, nicely done, and Luis Felipe over the head. He'll find Cicerone, who'll play it to Lopez. Here's Rodrigo, and he's got pressure from Bailey from behind, and he'll send it backwards. Rodrigo Lopez, all-time club leader in appearances, goals, assists, starts with 8 appearances, 8 starts, of course. Goals with 4 and 5 assists in a Republic uniform during the USL Championship playoffs.
It's not bad. He was looking for an Oscar there. The way he went down. The contact as well. Add that to his list.
Suggs will drop it off. Rivas back. th minute, Connor Donovan on a header from Rodrigo Lopez. The lone goal here in Sacramento tonight. San Antonio needed just one to take down Colorado Springs. Near mistake here, pressure coming. Rodrigo Lopez, I think he was a bit surprised that came back to see more. A little bit under the pressure here. United is going to try to work themselves out of this. Nicely done by Luis Felipe. It'll come to Andrew Thomas. Moreno, pressure from Gurr. Lopez will have to pick up Suggs here on the left side. Moreno's got a bit of room here, going to play it forward. Little back heel coming to Hurst. Hurst going to wind up. Hurst trying to find it through. Here's Rivas, and it's broken up. Once again, Shane Wheat has made himself quite valuable in big-time moments.
And that play happens. Arnold Lopez was forced to come out wide, cover for Jack Gurr. Amanda Moreno was able to get it in the middle. In time and space. And he can make things happen for sure.
Cross coming again. And it's off New Mexico. Alder Sanchez has now blocked 4 crosses on that right side from Arturo Astorga. Rivas, quick touch, looking for Moreno. Timmer staying home, and it's going to be Nick Ross spinning off the defense. Russell Cicerone trying to stay on side, running out of teammates is Rodrigo Lopez.
Great job, Roro. Just buying time, the patience. It's just his experience. It's so good, so crucial having him on the field. A lot of minutes last week, a lot of minutes tonight.
It's so easy to want to force and try to find another goal, but Rodrigo Lopez knows better than anybody what a comeback can be, and if you take care of the ball, it makes it much more difficult. Suggs into the corner, and Russell Cicerone is able to take it right back. Moreno coming to support. Cicerone going through the legs. Russell, here comes the cross. Oh, it's denied. Luis Felipe. Rodrigo Lopez. Here's Cicerone, and it's Sacramento can't find a shot on target. It's off of Moreno, so it will be a throw for the Republic. Oh, one more step at him, and the Republic are in on goal. Take a look at this again.
Cicerone creates it and just couldn't find a man in the box. It didn't fall quite right at the edge of the box either for Luis Felipe.
And substitutes from both teams starting to warm up as we get to the hour mark in Sacramento. It looks like changes will be coming quickly for Sacramento, as Keko has gone to the fourth official.
We spoke about it at halftime. You know, the East was like the Wild West earlier.
Yeah.
the scores.
Rodrigo Lopez has a step, and Suggs is able to find it.
But in the Western Conference, we have San Antonio. They beat Colorado 1-0. Republic leading 1-0 here, and Orange County leading 1-0 at home. But here come New Mexico United looking to change that.
Timmer is going to play it upfield. Comes to Ryden. Nearly unable to control that, and Cicerone would have had a really great opportunity. Meanwhile, here comes Rivas again. Bailey finding Moreno. Not quick enough. Sacramento continuing. Jared Timmer getting real aggressive on Greg Hurst. He's taking some chances like that. Keko in the 18 did not play in the season finale. He has been one of the stars of this team. 8 assists on the year, go along with 4 goals. Can provide his own bit of magic when needed. Aldair Sanchez will find it to his feet. Over to Nick Ross. Nick Ross seeing if they can find possession back here. Cicerone's going to let it come through. Here's Jack Kerr. Nicely done by Arnold Lopez to find Aldair Sanchez. To the left side it comes. Sacramento has some runners here, playing it forward. Aldair, can he cut it back? It's still in the mix. So the whistle comes in late.
Just snuck over the end line. You see the idea from Roro. That's the last action he'll have tonight.
60 minutes in. And there's a yellow card to Rodrigo Lopez as a parting gift. First on the night. But for Roro, after what happened in April, you never thought, well, he's ever going to quit. But you didn't quite know if you'd see him on the pitch. Not only have you seen him on the pitch, he delivers what may, hate to say, be the winning goal, but it is the first goal of this game, no doubt about it, and he will come off and be replaced by Keko. Roro with a fantastic effort once again, and the crowd standing ovation for number 8 as he comes off the pitch. First substitution of the night for both teams.
Yeah, and he thoroughly deserves it. What a shift. What a great leader he is for this club. And as it stands, he is the provider of the lone goal that could potentially send his team. And the fans aren't booing at Keko there, they're booing for that yellow card that Roro did receive as he was leaving the field.
Yeah, Keko, one of the fan favorites here in Sacramento. There's maybe Maybe very few players electric as he can be at any given moment, able to flip a game on its head. He comes to the game for Rodrigo Lopez. Rivas playing some space here to the right side. Again, this is where New Mexico is trying to find some success tonight. Bailey, left-footed cross, delivered, but it's Jared Timmer. And Russell Cicerone now. Cicerone looking for some options. He might play this forward to Jack Gurr, and Jack Gurr sprinting up the lane. I don't think Cicerone wanted to give it up too early, but a little bit of a chance now here for New Mexico as Hurst is able to turn away a defender. Greg Hurst, 4 goals on the season, looking for Moreno to the left side, gets past Timmer. Moreno trying to cut it, takes a deflection, and the flag was up. Moreno was offside. Elk Grove Charter School believes nobody succeeds alone. Come see what a flexible education can do for your student. They are now accepting applications.
Russell Cicerone doing a little too much on the ball there. Just laid it off into Nick Ross. He stays on it a little too long. And then the ball he ends up giving Arnold Lopez, puts him in a lot of bother. It's a tough spot he's been in. Again, he's kind of spearheading that attack. He's up there, but it's not natural for him. So he likes to drift, get in those other positions, but he doesn't really have any options in front of him when he picks it up and he's running.
A handball. It will be Sacramento on the set piece. See some changes. I mean, you look at someone like a Luther Archimet, who has been the best substitute in the USL Championship in terms of goals scored. Had 6 on the year coming off the bench. If he comes to the game and Russ stays in, it gives Cicerone an opportunity to slide into those positions. Maybe he's a little bit more comfortable in, but he's been a very versatile player for Mark Briggs. He's played every single game the Republic have asked of him. Headed forward beautifully by Jack Gurr. Cicerone trying to go through again on Ryden this time, is able to snuff it out. Kalen Ryden, fantastic defensive year for the center back, coming out of Norman, Oklahoma. Moreno and Hurst both making the USL Team of the Week. Heading into this first round matchup against Sacramento. Moreno just trying to get it to anybody. Another handball.
I don't think I've seen as many handballs in a game as I have tonight. It's, I don't know what's going on. Even deflections, crosses, everything's being blocked by a hand.
Well, mild temperature, that field's in decent shape. I don't. Crowd's trying to get into it. The Republic, pretty dangerous spot here. Luis Felipe, Jack Gurr, Keckel all having a conversation. Looks like Keckel might peel off. Connor Donovan, the game's only goal from his head. Andrew Thomas, he's been very good for this United team, allowing just a goal a game and now 9 appearances since coming over on loan.
Luis Felipe was the one who did put the ball down. He's moving it, and Jack Gurr kind of steps out the way. So by process of elimination, I think Luis Felipe is going to be taking this with his left foot.
You're a great test taker, I can tell.
Of power behind it.
Felipe hits the wall, takes a deflection. Sacramento unable to get through. But recycled back. Here's Shane Wheat. Luis Felipe again. Felipe crossing this ball in, looking for Gurr. Oh, it just hits off the bar. Far post, Jack Gurr, nearly the game's second goal. Meanwhile, United coming the other way. They're streaking forward. Arnold Lopez looking to make a tackle. Swartz able to get into the 18 and will have to peel away.
Good recovery. Jack Gurr did everything right there. Got up, put it back across where it came from.
Moreno
kept it low, but just kissed off the post, and United are threatening.
Ball comes in, easy enough for Lopez, finding Cicerone, and it's his 2-man game with Nick Ross. Nick Ross running into some pressure, and that is where Nick Ross can be so good. Dribbles out of 3 guys and able to keep possession for Sacramento. Cicerone. Can Keckel run with him? Pretty good defending. And Cicerone wants a foul. He's probably not going to get that one.
Well done, Seymour. He's a solid unit. Hard to get around him. And you love the energy from Russell Cicerone, though. He knows what he wants to do. He wants to drive at you. He wants to put defenders in a really tough position.
Substitution, meanwhile, as Nicky Hernandez will replace Harry Schwartz. Hernandez 4 goals, 2 assists on the year. Was with San Antonio, winning the title a year ago in 2022, and hoping to bring a bit of a spark and a new look for the United team. 22 minutes or so to go here in Sacramento. Connor Donovan, first professional playoff goal in the 13th minute. Thomas is going to have to do something with it quickly, and may have just forced a turn. Nope, so United right back at it with a throw. What changes will both these teammates, these coaches for their teams make the rest of the way?
United have 20 minutes left of their season, so they will at some point have to commit more bodies forward. I think with Hernandez coming in, he's going to sit a little bit higher.
Rivas out to Suggs. Suggs partially deflected. Moreno puts it across the face. Nobody making a run for the United, and Sacramento escape. Cicerone and now Keko takes an awkward bounce, but he'll have possession. He's got a switch on here, and quickly it was Astorga able to get there, and Aldair Sanchez can't get to it, but another great scoring chance for this United team, unable to get a runner in the right place, Adam, and it remains 1-0 Sacramento.
It's a wicked ball played across. No surprise it was Amanda Moreno.
Here's Ryden now. Ryden's going to cut it back to Rivas. Here comes a chance for Bailey, and he's tripped up, and he runs over what appears to be Aldair Sanchez. Both players coming together. That'll make your heart stop for a moment if you're Sacramento. And another attacking play. New Mexico, they see 20 minutes or so left in their season. They're starting to go for it now, Adam.
They really are, and they have to. But you just feel like if they're not able to capitalize on one of these chances, Republic are going to go up their end and make it 2-0. I don't know if this is going to stay at 1-0. Sanchez does great, gets goal side. And Bailey just kind of on his way down, flicks that ball out of play.
Nine shots for the United, 7 for Sacramento. Only 1 on target for this New Mexico team.
And it was a really good one on target. It was a magnificent save by Danny Vitiello.
Zico Bailey coming midway through the year on a 25-day contract, and has stuck around and played a vital role. Did get a goal against Memphis in the 4-1 win last week. What a performance that was by this United team. Timmer seeing the pressure coming, and this is a bad turnover for Sacramento. Arnold Lopez giving it right to Moreno, one of the more dangerous players on this team, and it sets up a chance here for Bailey as Shane Weed able to bail this team out.
Again, it's too nonchalant from Arnold Lopez.
United have to come all the way back. Suggs. Hernandez finding Suggs. Suggs starting to play a little more of the pitch as well from that left side. He was holding back earlier in this game, allowing Morris to stay at the end of it. And Mark Briggs wants an explanation as well. Adam, do you have one?
Well, Connor Donovan was the one the foul was called on, as he came through on Rivas. He claims he got the ball in Mexico United, and the referee disagree. Hernandez flicks it through.
Hard to say, but good set piece now. Opportunity for the United.
Yeah, I'm not going to make a call because I couldn't really tell, but it is a really good chance here. Justin Portillo. This a lot of the time you want to put it almost on target, a little flick from anyone or no flick at all. And sometimes they sneak into the far post.
Portillo back post, easy enough for Danny Vitiello. He'll go to ground and maybe settle things down a little bit for Sacramento.
Yeah, not giving his guys a chance at all there, Portillo.
Step aside for a moment and hear from the Office of Traffic Safety.
So you're out for a drink. Before that drink turns to drinks, make a plan to get home safe. Just call a friend, a cab, or get a ride share. Whatever you do, don't let drunk drive. Go safely, California.
Tower Bridge Battalion still loud as ever here. We'll go the full 90 plus if needed. A little bit of pressure from Aldair Sanchez and Luis Felipe, and it's out of play, a throw for the United. Another change coming from Mark Briggs' side. Back to Andrew Thomas here. Comes pressure from Timmer on Moreno. Moreno's going to need to send this back to his goalkeeper.
Oh, high up Jared Timber. I like to see that. Better get back in though.
He's able to do just that. Moreno. Arnold Lopez wanted a handball. Into the corner, Rivas. Aldair Sanchez trying to get there and stop this cross, but it's high and out of play. And a goal kick, and that means a change. So Republic not going to let up whatsoever. Luther Archimet into the game for Arnold Lopez, which likely means Nick Ross will drop back. Russell Cicerone will move to one of the positions, left or right, depending on how Keko, maybe more interchangeable between the two sides. Most likely Russell to the left, Keko to the right. And now another threat, and for Will Seymour and Caitlin Ryden, what does this mean for the rest of the way?
Just get ready for some contact. We know what Luther Archimet brings. Bundle of energy, 15 minutes. He's going to cram 90 minutes worth of work into that 15 minutes.
Vitiello sends that away, so Arnold Lopez's evening is over. Two substitutions made by Mark Briggs, one by Eric Quill. Throw for New Mexico. It's the first time these two teams have played on a Saturday this year. Both the games in the regular season on Wednesdays. A tough turn for Sacramento after playing San Antonio earlier in the year. A slew of injuries. The worst loss on the year against this New Mexico side. Down at the lab.
And the Republic still pressing high. They're not sitting deep. They're not just sitting on this 1-0 lead. Still trying to win that ball high up the field if they can. The higher up you win it, better chance you have of scoring from it.
Vitiello will let that all the way through. Eric Quill likes the aggressiveness. I think you're going to see probably even more of this from New Mexico, Adam, with about 13 minutes or so to go. It's incredible you think about just the year Danny Vitiello had, but also Carlos Saldana, who came in, started 4 games. He also had 3 shutouts. 14 between the two of them.
And there was that crazy stat as well, where the amount of clean sheets the Republic had in the first half of games. Well, they got another one. They start the playoffs off on the right foot. They got one in that first half, and if they can get one in this second half, they'll be moving through to the next round to host San Antonio here next week. But we've got 12 potentially 15 minutes in total with stoppage time. And United making a change, hopefully.
Jacobo Reyes will come into this game, and he'll replace Josh Suggs. So you're right, there's going to be a little bit more opportunity to go forward now, as Reyes, more of an attacking minded player, maybe 3 in the back for United. We'll see how they line up. With the season on the brink for this New Mexico team, 8th seed, able to find their way into the postseason, and facing the Republic for the 3rd time in the playoffs. They find themselves down a goal. Hurst, quick touch, finding Moreno. Broken up again by Luis Felipe. He's so good at it. Here's Luther Archimen now. He's got Keko to his left, putting it way into the corner. This is not his natural position, but crossing this ball in, not half bad from number 17. I think you probably want to switch Keko and Luther in that situation, but Sacramento with at least a chance. And United, however, taking advantage of the ball in the open play. Moreno and step it again. Luther Archimen. Now it's Keko who's got it. Here's Jacker, plenty of space. He's got Luther. He's going to send it forward. I don't know if it's going to have enough purchase on it. And Ryden will get there. It's a foul on Luther Archimen.
Silly foul from Luther Archimen. There's no need to do it. And if they want to have a good run in the playoffs, they need him in the games. And the fans don't like it, but there's no need to hit someone. Ryden's going to clear the ball. And it's only his first foul. I understand that, but there's no need for the afters there.
So a yellow card handed to Luther Archimen, 2nd of the evening for Sacramento. The first was to Rodrigo Lopez as he was coming out of the game. Rivas, a tackle by Felipe, who finds it back.
He's such an important part of this Republic squad, and it's just keeping your head. He came in last week and got a yellow card as well, so he has to understand how important he is, waiting for these moments in the game. If you do not have him available, you're losing a massive tool.
Keko is going to put it in some space for Gurr. Ryden might be able to get there. Ryden makes a mistake. It's Gurr. He's going to cut it back out. Doesn't have the opportunity, but Keko might get aggressive here and does. Curling ball. And an outstep here. And Rivas battling Nick Ross. We'll slow things down and take it back out as we are in the 82nd minute here in Sacramento. Felipe playing it forward. And nicely defended by Will Seymour. And a chance here for Sacramento to eat more of this clock. I don't suspect a lot of stoppage time here. We haven't had any injuries or the yellow cards, and there's been no goals in the second half. But we've seen
maybe 1 minute.
We've seen a lot worse. Throw, Keko. Keko keeping it in play for Sacramento. Into the corner. Now there's Sanchez. Republic committing bodies forward. Just going to loft it to the other side was Shane Weed.
That was a shot, just in case you didn't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Shane
Sure
Weed had a nice night defensively.
If he watches that again, he might say no, it wasn't, but I think he was taking a shot there, Shane Weed.
Foul against New Mexico. Frustrations are going to start to come out too as this game is inching toward the 90th minute mark.
This is where you want to see some game management for Sacramento. You get a free kick, take your time. Ball's out of play. Matt LaGrasse is going to do it right here. Just going to take his time on the ball.
Who do I throw it to? I've never done this before.
Let him come over and get the ball, drop it on the ground. Yeah. That is part of trying to see out a game, and especially a playoff game.
It's infuriating when you're on the other side of it. There's no doubt about it. Sacramento here, still with a chance to keep this possession, and they do. plus 25 goal differential coming into the postseason for Sacramento. Tied for best in the USL Championship with San Antonio, who they would meet if the Republic are able to move on here next weekend. Jack Gurr. A little miscommunication there. And Jared Timmer and company and Nick Ross may have just saved what could have been a great scoring chance for this United side. Meanwhile, the other way, Jack Gurr's got room on the right side. Kekko's going to serve this ball, and it takes a deflection. Cicerone was making her own, as was Luther Archimed. And Andrew Thomas able to gobble up, and here come the United. Sacramento's got to get back.
Really safe hands there from Andrew Thomas. Took deflection. If he spills that at all, it's going to be 2-0 Republic.
And smart enough not to parry that away. Cicerone was waiting for it. Meanwhile, United looking for a late goal. Greg Hurst dancing with it, trying to create something here. Out to Bailey. Zico Bailey, cross, shot, not quite sure, headed back. Flag is up either way into the ad board. And it will be a goal kick for Danny Fidiello, the Golden Glove winner of 2023. Two-time Golden Glove winner. Looking for another shutout.
And this last opportunity the Republic had, Jack Gurr does well. Safe hands from the goalkeeper. Had to be with Russell Cicerone, Luther Archimed lurking in the box. We're just about to get into the 85th minute.
Luther going up. Comes right to Felipe. Felipe's feeling the pressure, and United are going to throw everything they have at this game now.
Make the last set of substitutions, and it's a couple of...
Ooh, and a big contact, Moreno and Gurr is on the ground. The crowd is incensed at the contact on number 10. Jack Gurr took an absolute shot to the back there. Our US Bank instant replay.
Unpopular opinion, but I don't even think that's a foul on either of them. I think they've both gone shoulder to shoulder. It does look worse than it is, but I think that's a foul by Jack Gurr. Him and Moreno, they're both not going to shy away from the challenges, but what you're seeing here is two big boys coming in for New Mexico United. This might help with these set pieces they're gonna try and get in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, Borgelin and Hamilton. Borgelin and Portillo will come out. And Astorga out of the game as well. This ball's lofted deep, and Danny Biello has to try to keep that in play, and does. Using all his athletic ability there. Borgelin on loan from Inter Miami. Hamilton has been around for a bit. And Biello took a little bit of a slip as he was bringing in that ball. Borgelin, big body, Bethlehem Steel, has had MLS experience, has scored in MLS. Here it is again. You can kind of watch the way his ankle turns and just keeping it over the line. Very close.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Okay. Well, you didn't think it was that close?
No, it was really close. I just don't know how hurt he was.
Well,
that's what I'll say. I think he's managing the game.
Yeah.
I think he's doing that.
Whistle in, and a foul on Kekko. Mark Briggs is going to make a few changes of his own here. Looks like Lee Desmond, Matt LaGrassa could be coming in. So more defensive minded from Sacramento to see this game out. Connor Donovan, lone goal from Rodrigo Lopez, 13th minute. San Antonio waiting to see whether they'll host New Mexico or they'll be coming to Sacramento. Ryden all the way up, and it's going to leave this United team exposed. As Ryden's going to hang out on that left side, try to sneak in some goal scoring opportunities, but they cannot turn the ball over, and nearly do there. All the bodies moving up here, and Hamilton the only one back in front of Andrew Thomas. And Vidiello will let it run out, and that'll be a goal kick coming. 2 changes here. Lee Desmond into the game for Jack Gurr. And Matt LaGrassa in for Nick Ross, who had a fantastic game. Nick Ross playing up on the top line tonight. We weren't quite sure what that would mean for Nick Ross. He answered the call and then some. What a performance by number 19.
Brilliant from him. Jack Gurr does come out of the game. Another fantastic shift from him on the right-hand side. And I don't know if there's all confusion of who's coming out here. And it's Russell Cicerone. It's coming out of the game.
Maybe a change. The 4th official had the wrong number up. So Russell Cicerone coming out of this game, came into the playoffs, back-to-back goals. A couple of really good looks in this game, unable to get one through, but the Republic do have the lead in the 90th minute. And next the answer will be, everyone we're waiting for is how much stoppage time in Northern California. And the New Mexico bench a bit upset, feeling like more time should be added with that slow substitution rate. Luther Archibald, can he get in front of this? 3 minutes of stoppage time here in Sacramento. 4th official says 4 minutes. So he's made that change after, I guess, the request of New Mexico. Lee Desmond into this game had worked himself back after catching another injury late in the year. And Republic will go 4 in the back. 4 center backs, to say the least.
They got to almost find something from nothing. They haven't really threatened that much, New Mexico United, so it might just be a long ball and hopefully they get a bounce their way.
Borgelin trying to turn it around, and it's Lee Desmond again. Lee Desmond has played in some big games, playing the US Open Cup finale for Sacramento and the Irish Premier League title game in 2021 of St. Patrick's. He has played in raucous crowds. Nerves of steel for number 4. Crowd getting into it, they can feel it, they know it's on the edge. New Mexico trying to find a way to extend their year. Backpedaling, Danny Vidiello able to pluck it out of the air. And Ryden was in the neighborhood. Sacramento a bit upset over the contact. And to me, it all seems a bit of theatrics nonetheless.
Yeah, and he has to go for the ball, Kalen Ryden. But once again, it's just put too close to the goalkeeper. And I think it's just the left arm goes into Danny Vidiello. And nothing in that. He's every right to go for that.
Tower Bridge Battalion, the bridge, hoping to see victory here in a couple of minutes. The drums continuing to pound as they have all 90 minutes. Another foul whistled against Sacramento on a goal kick. And Keko will send it backwards.
It's getting desperate right here.
It'll be Andrew Thomas. Is everybody up for the United? Borgelin, far post.
Too many of these. This is coming from really, really deep. Too many of these have been gone too close to Danny Vidiello.
Thomas, pretty good drive. Right side, takes a deflection, whistle, and it'll go against the United. A couple of Republic players down after that collision. Sacramento fans sticking around. They want to see their team to victory here. Moving on to the semifinals where San Antonio awaits.
That was a really good ball from Andrew Thomas. Gives his guys a chance, and I think the referee called a foul, something off the ball. Not a good sight seeing Shane Wheat. He's been magnificent tonight.
I think he took a hand to the nose area, and that's why he's been a bit slow. You're right, he has had himself a night again. Meanwhile, in Southern California, Orange County with a goal advantage over the number 7 seed, El Paso. And Shane Wheat will have to come off the pitch. What another performance by Sacramento defensively, Adam. Coming to a playoff atmosphere against a very potent New Mexico team who can score in a variety of ways. And they have once again held their own. And it's just a testament to how good defensively this team has been all year.
And this team feels confident that they only need 1 goal to win a game. And that is a testament to how solid they are defensively. The goalkeeper can come up with big saves when they need him to, if they need him to. And that is the sign of a championship team.
Luther Archimed is tripped up in a foul against New Mexico. It'll take off even more time that New Mexico does not have.
This might be the end of it here. If Sacramento can work this ball into the corner.
Matt LaGrassa going to float it toward Luther Archimed, takes a deflection into Andrew Thomas, and now it's the United. Maybe one last chance. Luther Archimed going all out, trying to see if they can slow this down. Moreno played out to Ryden. Ryden can't keep it at his feet. Will it cross the line? It stays in. Here comes Lee Desmond, and it plays it out. Another throw for the United. Final moments here in Sacramento. Greg Hurst crossing this one, takes a deflection, and Nick Ross sends it away. And a corner kick here.
And here comes Andrew Thomas. Every single player for New Mexico United is going to be in and around the box, and this is their season on the line.
Final play of the game, wind blowing towards the net. Bailey delivers, out comes Sacramento, heads it in, sent away by Vitiello. And that is it. The Republic have won. A final save by Danny Vitiello, the best keeper in the USL Championship, in Sacramento. Will host San Antonio right here next weekend.
Wow, that was ever so close at the end to New Mexico United, making this a long night, but the Republic get what they deserve. The number 1 in the West will be hosting San Antonio next week. And Connor Donovan, what a night from him, getting the lone goal in the 13th minute and keeping a clean sheet. Danny Vitiello as well.
What a performance on everyone tonight. I mean, New Mexico, the effort they had to expel just to get to this point. We saw Miami run out last weekend here. New Mexico able to get here. They put up their performance. They had the energy to match Sacramento. Republic come away. They got a goal from number 24, Connor Donovan, in our United Health.
Western Health Advantage, man of the match, yeah. Connor Donovan. Brilliant. Clean sheet and a goal.
Rodrigo Lopez delivering on the assist. Big players make big time plays, and the Republic did that here tonight. Coming back post game on the way, we'll talk about the Republic performance here tonight and look forward to next weekend versus San Antonio. Stay tuned.
The fun has begun. The Apex at Red Hawk Resort Casino is now Northern California's premier family fun destination. Get your heart racing on this spectacular 3-level indoor kart track. If bowling is up your alley, there are 18 lanes of fun at the Apex, plus a mind-blowing virtual reality arcade, incredible golf simulators, and one of the best sports bars anywhere. We're taking entertainment to a whole new level. It's the Apex at Red Hawk Resort Casino.
This is the look of a boy who had no hope of walking. A boy who had his spine rebuilt before he was born. A boy who now stays on his feet and keeps mom on her toes. UC Davis Health. From the extraordinary to the routine, we're discovering healthy and changing real people's lives right here in the Sacramento region. UC Davis Health. Discovering healthy.
Welcome back to Sacramento. The Republic, glorious, victorious, and feeling good after the victory against the New Mexico United. They get a Connor Donovan goal, our man of the match, and Adam Moffat. An intense game. We know what to expect when the playoffs come. Sacramento supposed to get the job done tonight against the 8th seed. They do exactly that. Your assessment of that full 90 minutes?
I think it was a good performance from the Republic. I don't think New Mexico United threatened that much. They've won 3 games in a row, but I still think the better side won, and obviously Sacramento finished in first. They are the better side, and I think they proved it tonight. Nervy though, but you've got to find a way to get it done. Another clean sheet. 1 goal was the difference. Could have been more, but Republic will be happy with it.
Well, what happened on the eastern side of the country here earlier today? Pittsburgh going down, Louisville City getting the upset over Memphis, Tampa Bay going down, and so you had 2 top seeds that were likely to threaten for the USL title, unable to get the job done. Sacramento able to do it here in the West Side. So let's see what this will shape out to be next week in a big match, of course. Let's go back and take a look at this game here. Early on, Mark Briggs wanted to come out with a lot of injury. We saw Nick Ross insert in the lineup. The top of the line, we weren't quite sure what that would mean. Is it sitting back more, doing something different? Nope, 13 minutes in, they were aggressive. They tried to create opportunities, and Rodrigo Lopez delivers again.
Yeah, brilliant ball, just puts it right on the head of Connor Donovan, and it really is a good header. Down into the ground. Well, skip on the ground just does enough to get it away from Andrew Thomas. His left arm isn't long enough to prevent that from going in the back of the net. 1-0. And then you think right before the half, Sacramento almost make it 2. Jack Gurr maybe could have played it across to Cicerone or just driven it harder towards that far post. He was almost caught in 2 minds whether or not, and he goes with the inside of the foot. Good save by Thomas.
Well, Mark Briggs knew that was a golden chance. Meanwhile, Cicerone, again, he is so good at spinning off defenders. Look at this again. Crowd going crazy. Felt like it was there. Nick Ross offside, and everyone's sigh of relief was not a good sigh. I should say it wasn't a sigh of relief. It was a sigh of sadness. Meanwhile, Republic continued to threat all night.
Jack Gurr just inches away from giving it a 2-0 lead. In the first half, he's denied by Thomas. This time he's denied by the post.
And I love Jack Gurr. He's so fiery and he expects so much. He's not a guy who should probably be heading balls left and right, but this was it at the end of the game.
And everyone up. Borgelin gets it, and Vitiello pushes it away. New Mexico unhappy that they didn't get to take the corner kick, and I get that as well, but it was well past the time allotted.
Well, there it is, final stats. 11 shots, just 2 on target for the United, 7 and 3, but the one that mattered the most, Connor Donovan getting the goal tonight. And what a performance for Sacramento once again, another shutout on the year. They continue to get it done defensively, and we hear it in every sport, all parts of the country, different levels. Defense wins championships, and a lot of people have Sacramento with the cup at the end of the tournament here because of their defensive play, and you saw it on display here this evening. And that's all without Sebastian Herrera in the lineup tonight. Really well done by this Republic side. So here's take a look currently where we stand. Orange County with a 1-goal lead over El Paso late in the second half. Meanwhile, San Diego and Phoenix will connect tomorrow in San Diego, but 1-4 matchup, and one that everyone's going to have their eyes on is San Antonio and Sacramento. It'll be the silver and black coming to Northern California.
And they will, they'll want to try and defend their championship, and they got to do it coming to to Sacramento. That is going to be a fantastic game next Friday night here in California's capital.
Well, the Republic able to get a 3-1 victory here at home. The last time the two sides met, the Republic earned a draw in Texas, so the season series going to Sacramento. But Friday night right here at Hart Health Park. Get your tickets as soon as you can. If not, we'll have the game for you on TV as well. It all started with fireworks. It ended with it as well. A near last-minute goal by New Mexico wouldn't be enough. I want to thank our entire crew here in Sacramento for all they do and all of the work put in. All of you tuning in today, we appreciate you. For Adam Moffat, I'm Rob McAllister. Have a great rest of your weekend. See you next Friday. Sacramento takes on San Antonio in the semifinals.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.